Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the 7th day of the Christmas countdown, and obviously by the title you know what you're watching. It is how to contour and highlight and just the techniques that I do for my facial structure. I hope that they're able to make sense and help you guys if you want to try out the whole shebang as far as contouring and highlighting goes, and not just the foundation. Anyways, I had my interview already, and I wasn't able to film my intro right before I left because I thought I was doing it on time, and then all of a sudden it was like 10:15. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to leave in 5 minutes. But anyways, I just thought I would do a tutorial on this because I don't think I have yet. I've done the full coverage foundation like tutorial or whatever before, so I thought I would focus just on the contouring and explaining that and whatnot. So yeah, if you guys are interested, just keep watching. Buddy, as I said, I am getting ready for an interview today, so I thought, well, why not just film a tutorial while I get ready for this interview. So I thought for today's tutorial, I haven't done one of these yet, I would do a contouring and highlighting video. So I've already applied my foundation and I used my usual Clinique Beyond Perfecting. I don't know, you guys, when I'm gonna veer away from this and try something new. I mean, I'll try something new, but I feel like I just am always gonna be going back to this one. I just love it. It's really been a good one. So I know you guys have watched me apply my foundation like 100 times, and maybe I haven't really gone into depth. I've gone like talked about coverage and stuff, but I haven't gone into depth of why you highlight the center of the face and why we contour and stuff like that. So I'm just going to do my best as to explain my knowledge of it, and just try to explain myself. I lost my train of thought when I took that sip of coffee. But anyway, so today I'm using the shade Sand in the Maybelline FitMe concealer, just because I am going for an interview, so I'm not trying to have like something really drastically highlighted. Kind of like usual, like if I was going out on a date night, it's like I do like that extra highlight under the eye just because I think it's extra glamorous looking. But I do want I do want a little bit of a natural look for this interview, even though there's absolutely nothing natural about anything I ever do or wear. But you know, even though there's nothing natural about it, you can still make it look natural. That's the trick. So the reason why I don't just conceal right directly under the eyes is because if you just conceal under there, yeah, you're gonna get coverage for the dark circles, but the reason why you bring it down underneath is just because it helps add to make your face just bring brightness and like make your face look awake. And also by highlighting right in here, in my personal opinion, I like getting right on the cheekbone. That's kind of the triangular shape that I follow, because it kind of gives your face just a little bit of a lift. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really have strong cheekbones, so I will do anything to try to get an extra kind of lift in that area. So I am going to use my beauty blender to smooth all that out. I had it really damp, so I just kind of blotted it off. And again, the reason why I personally like using a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, whatever one I use, whether it's this one or my Real Techniques, is because it does soak up the excess product that has been applied to the skin, and so it's just eliminating any potential cakiness that could possibly happen because of however much you apply or whatever. Tablet ran out of storage, so I had to go through and delete like a bunch of videos that I've done. So anyways, all I did was blend that out, and like I said, was explaining just why I like using a beauty sponge. They're damp and it is soaking up the extra product. Now, right after you blend out the under eye, you want to set it because that's going to help avoid any creasing. And you know, I like to set the under eyes. I don't do it a lot of times when I'm filming, just to kind of speed time up, but since today I am focusing on contouring, highlighting, go ahead after you do your concealing under the eyes, set it with whatever powder, whether it's a loose powder, translucent powder, your setting powder, whatever you use. I just combined this yellow shade out of my NYX palette and this lighter shade right next to it. And then I just applied it right under the eyes to set it, but now I'm applying a little extra on just on the cheekbone to give my face a little bit more of a lift. And again, the reason why we set right away is because it's going to help avoid any possible creasing. And so I even said it before I finished highlighting the rest of my face. Just because the under eyes, like if like I laugh or smile or something, you know, it can cause creasing just by those, like the face that it makes. I don't want to do it because I don't want to show you and I don't want to get any creasing under the eyes. But anyways, so next thing, the reason why I highlight in your forehead, and honestly, if you don't have like a big forehead, I don't have a big forehead, but contouring your forehead right in here and then bronzing it helps to reduce the size, the appearance that you have a big forehead. I just do it to give myself more of that like coming all together brightness in the face. I've told you guys before, but I like to highlight my lip right there. I feel like before in the past, I use Nair right here to get rid of any facial hair because yes, I am like a baby gorilla with a bunch of hair. So I put it there just because I felt like my foundation used to set right there and become a little bit darker, and I'd be like, why does it look like I have a mustache right now, even though the hair is gone? So by putting the concealer there, it definitely helps, and I feel like it solved that problem. So anyway, and then the chin, it's just, again, if you have like a larger chin, by highlighting, and a lot of times if they have a bigger chin, they will contour with dark right here. I don't, because I don't feel like I have a big chin. But yeah, and then also if you get redness around your nose, feel free to conceal anywhere that you guys want to, just, you know, apply any extra coverage of wherever you get hormonal and stuff like that, any redness and stuff. So I am just blending that all in, and then what I'm going to do next is carve out more of a structured face. You can see right here is where I'm going to apply the dark contour. I don't even have anything on there yet. But by applying the light part right here, it is just going to help give your face and your contour a more structured appearance. So now I'm just going to blend that out. And no, I don't bring it all the way down to my jawline. So next, I am going to take some of my, sorry guys, I'm just going to use the lid from my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Actually, I think I might just use my Laura Mercier one today. And then I'm just going to take my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just going to dip directly in it. And now I'm just going to bake right here. Baking is when you apply the translucent powder and you just use an excessive amount and let it sit there. That's the baking part. And then we dust it away after you do some other things. You know, you can leave it set for however long you want. 30 seconds is long enough. You know, you can do it while you do your eye makeup, however long you prefer to structure your face. And I have not yet set the rest of my face with all my other translucent powders. So, I mean, my setting powder, the original, my normal MAC powder. Sorry, I'm like stumbling on my words. So I'm just gonna leave that set there for a second. Okay, so now that I've let that sit there, I'm just gonna take this brush and just dust all that away. And now I'm going to set the rest of my face with my MAC Studio Fix powder. And I'm just going to use my stippling brush to set the face. And now I'm going to set my face on the outer parts. I will dust over just a little bit in the center, but to keep the brightness, I'm not going to go straight in, dip and straight like this, like I do the outer part of my face. And then even just more circling around the forehead right here, just to keep the bright highlight. And now I will just kind of brush easily over the face right in that area. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm going to go for more of a little bit more of a bronzy look, and I'm going to pick up this first shade right here in the palette, in my NYX palette, and just use my Kat Von D, the contouring side. And then I'm just going to, you can see the natural shadow of your face, and that's where you just want to apply your contour. And I'm keeping that just on the outer part. My face tickled. And you don't want to bring your contour all the way down because your face will look just like too much in there. So the contour, the dark part, stays on the outer part of your face. And really what you're doing is just structuring your cheekbones right here. And then I kind of circle mine to form like I actually have apples in my cheeks, because I really don't. As opposed to just going straight down to the corner of my mouth. That's not the angle I follow. I follow more of like a slight half moon shape, whatever you want to call it. So then I am going to go in to my Tarte palette that I've had for a while. And I'm using the bronzer Social Butterfly. And I'm just going to take my Sephora 50 brush to bronze my forehead. And I'm bringing that to the outer temples of my face. I like this bronzer because it's really natural. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's just kind of gives something to the face without looking like, wow, I think she's wearing bronzer to warm up her face. It's just got a really pretty natural look. And then I'm just going to dust some under my jaw. Down to my neck. My bangs are falling. I tried pinning them in my hair. But anyway, so next I am going to take this yellow shade once again, and then I'm going to sweep this where we baked just to clean up any contour I might have been sloppy with. Like that. And then if you guys want to, you feel free to do this. This is not a step that I typically do just because I have a slender nose anyway. I think like it's not really that big, so like more narrow. So if you want to contour your nose, the way you can do it is, or this is just what I'm going to show you what I do. I take an angled brush like this, and then I'm just going to take a cool toned bronzer in this palette, so the second shade, and then I pat some off, and then I just follow from my eyebrow all the way down just on the side, and then just kind of sweep it like this. This is not a necessary step. I'm just showing you guys because I was doing the whole contouring highlighting video, so I thought I'd do the whole thing. So that's what I do to contour my nose. And then I just kind of rub it in with my fingers. And then I'm going to take this highlighting shade at the end of the palette and just dab my ring finger and just take it down the bridge of my nose and then the ball of my nose, and then take a different finger with nothing and just kind of blend that out. And then next I will take that same highlighting shade, the more of the peachier undertone, and even though I use this like to set with lighter shades, I am going to use that same brush and take that highlighting peach shade right here, and this is what I'm going to use to highlight my cheekbones today because it's really subtle. So we just want something small. Still pretty, but nothing like dramatic. But yeah, I keep my highlight focused right on the cheekbone just to, again, accentuate and give my face a little bit of a lift. And then I'm trying to think what else. I'll do my eyes and everything off camera and then come back. Well, you'll see me in the intro. I'll already be done. But yeah, so that's, oh, another trick you can do is take the same brush you used for your nose contour, and then just take a bronzer shade, pat the excess off. And if you, by just popping some under your lip, bottom lip, I have foundation on them, it will add just a little bit of a plumpness. It just creates a little bit of a shadow. And then by putting a highlight on your Cupid's bow, it just adds a little bit of like a plumpness to your upper lip and then a plumpness to your bottom lip. So anyways, yeah, that is my technique and advice and instructions on my opinions of contouring and highlighting. My personal face, you know, everyone's face shape is different, so you might focus on certain areas. Highlighting, maybe you go further out with your highlight, maybe you bring the darker part in more. It's just up to you and how you want your face to appear and be structured. So anyways, I hope this tutorial was helpful, and thank you guys for watching. As always, please subscribe if you haven't yet, give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I will see you guys again with another tutorial. And happy 7th day of Christmas. We're getting so close. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-swimming and a contour and highlighting tutorial from Elena Castro. That, you guys, I think I need to stop this whole singing thing because they're just getting worse and worse and more embarrassing as we go. But it's okay. Thanks for your guys' support and love. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another tutorial. Bye.